Hey guys, Angus McLeod here. For months I've been trying to optimize my morning routine to make it as productive as possible, and I discovered that the perfect morning routine doesn't even exist. The perfect morning routine for entrepreneurs is actually the night routine. And today I'll show you why the night routine is superior to the morning routine. I'll also tell you what to include in your night routine, and then I'll speed run through some do's and don'ts to include in the night routine. By the way, if you really like this kind of video and you want my one-to-one help becoming a really productive entrepreneur, then check the first link in the description. So I personally think that those long self-improvement morning routines are kind of a load of shit, especially if you're an entrepreneur. If you want to actually get shit done, get work done, and become a high-performing entrepreneur, then you shouldn't have a morning routine. You should literally just wake up and do the work. I'm not saying that those self-improvement habits like gratitude and meditation aren't good. I think they're actually a really good thing, but you should save them for after your deep work block in the morning or later in the day, or even do it at the night routine. Because as an entrepreneur, getting the work done should be your number one priority. The night routine really only needs one element to be really effective, and that is the plan and prep tactic. It's as simple as it sounds. It's literally just 2 steps, and that is planning and preparation. Let's run through them now. So number 1, planning. So when it comes to creating a plan for yourself and then following the plan, I created 2 little names for this, and I call it director mode and driver mode. So the director mode is like the planning mode. They set the destination and then they choose the path for the destination. Whereas the driver is like the go mode. They don't question the plan, they just see the destination and they just follow the path that was set for them. It's kind of like going for a road trip, you before you do the work, you choose the destination, you choose the path, and then the driver mode will just follow the path. The goal is to be the director only one time per day, and that is at the end of the day during the night routine. This means you'll save all the planning for just at night time and try to minimize the amount of planning that you do throughout the day. I call this batch planning because you're batching all of the planning up into one period of time. The reason we want to batch plan is because planning uses a different kind of part of your brain compared to when you're doing the creative tasks that you commonly do as an entrepreneur, like when you're working on your product, when you're working with your clients, when you're writing, scripting, whatever it is. That's uses a different kind of problem solving part of your brain compared to planning, where it's more you're not really thinking in the moment, you're thinking about the future. So we don't want to be constantly interrupting our work to plan the next thing that we got to do and then take 20 minutes to figure out what to do and then do that. And then every single time you finish a task, you have to plan again. It's just very unproductive. Another reason you should save all the planning for nighttime is because you'll make more logical decisions rather than emotional decisions. When you're planning ahead of time, you make decisions that you know are more likely to be best for you. They're more logical, they're more rational. Whereas if you make decisions in the moment, they're more likely to be emotional. You'll make decisions based on, do I feel like doing this thing? What do I feel like doing? And 9 times out of 10, you feel like doing the easy task, something comfortable, something not important. So making decisions in the moment throughout the day just means you're going to be procrastinating the big important task. So when you plan at night and wake up the next day with the plan in front of you, you don't really question it. You just accept it as fact, and this is what you're going to do for the day. No questions about it. So when it comes to planning, you want to get an idea of all the tasks that you've got to do tomorrow. Then you want to sort them from highest importance to lowest importance. And then you want to do the highest important tasks in the morning or earlier in the day, as soon as you can basically, and then save all of the less important tasks for later in the day. This is just because your brain's going to be more optimal and sharp and turned on in the morning. So you want to be at your best and your sharpest for the most important work, right? Just makes sense. Because you can still do the less important tasks while you're kind of tired, you've had like a whole day, you've just gone to the gym. And make sure you're writing these tasks down on a physical to-do list, like a piece of paper rather than your phone. Because if you're going on your phone constantly, every single time you check your task tomorrow, then you're very likely to be distracted. Something will pop up, you'll see another app. If you can just keep it on a piece of paper, that limits the amount of distractions that you're going to experience tomorrow. And then that way you can also keep it on your desk right in front of you where you can see it the entire time, and then just check them off as you go. I personally like to use this diary here. It's a financial year weekly planner. I just like this one because of the way it sets out the days and stuff, and it's just got like the days all written out, and I can just write down my checklist each day and then just leave it open on my desk and check it off as I go. And another benefit of having it all in a book is that you can go back in time and track like what work you're doing, rather than having like sticky notes where you have to like peel it off every time you do something, and then you've just got fucking shit ton of sticky notes and you have to throw them out and you're not really keeping track of your work. As an entrepreneur, it's just a good habit to get into, is to get something like this so that you can look back at the work you're doing. Because there's a famous saying, you can't improve what you don't measure. So run down the road and grab a book and just use that to do your planning. I also do a bigger planning session at the end of a week on a Sunday, and I plan the next week ahead of me. But when you're doing a weekly plan, you want to make sure it's kind of more general rather than specific, because as you go through the days, you might not get certain things done, and then certain things will pop up and change, and that's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. So make it general. I like to choose like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'll be working on my school, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'll be working on my YouTube, like that. So I know like kind of what I've got to do, and then the night before I actually choose the specific task, like I'm going to work on this specific course module, or I'm going to work on this specific YouTube script. Alright, so step 2 of the plan and prep is the preparation. So preparation is also super simple. Basically, your goal is to just make tomorrow as easy as possible for the driver. You just want to set them up for success and make your workspace and environment as frictionless as possible for them to just follow the plan that you set for them. So this includes setting up your workspace so that it's just clean as possible. Make sure you open your computer, close all the tabs and programs that aren't relevant to the work, and then open up the ones that are. And then put it to sleep so that tomorrow you can just wake up, walk over to your desk, and then turn on the computer, and then it's already open, ready to go. And this way the driver can just sit down, open the PC, and boom, the work is there, ready to go. And another thing you should do is keep the physical checklist right in front of the keyboard on the desk. So now when the driver sits down, the to-do list is right in front of his face, so it's basically foolproof and he has to follow the plan. Also consider modifying other things in your environment, in your workspace, so that they're less likely to distract you. For me personally, I always get distracted by my music equipment, like my guitar and stuff, so I make sure I unplug my guitar pedals and my amplifier, and I make sure my guitar is put away over on the wall over there and it's out of reach, so I can just spin and grab it and start playing whenever I feel a bit of resistance with the work. So maybe tomorrow you also have to travel for work, or you're going out to do something, so make sure you've packed your bag the night before with your laptop, your notebook, your pens, chargers, whatever you need. That way in the morning you won't forget any of the items, and you'll also save time on packing it up, and you can just grab your bag and go. By the way, preparation is one of the best skills you can have as a young entrepreneur. Not just preparing for yourself, but preparing for your work and your clients. Clients and customers will be very impressed if you're very prepared. If you show up to a meeting and you've already got like a note document with questions and topics to talk about already written out, they'll be very impressed and have more respect for you. Alright, so to summarize the plan and prep method, there's director mode where you're just planning. There's driver mode where you're just following the plan and taking action. You should aim to be the director only once per day, at night during the night routine. As the director, you should prepare your workspace and your environment to make the driver's life as easy as possible and make it as frictionless as possible to just do the work and follow the plan. Just following this tactic alone, you'll notice a huge difference in your productivity. There's less in the moment planning and thinking, and there's just more action taking. All of your brain power is just saved for the important work task itself. So now that we've talked about the plan and the prep method, the rest of the night routine is really just up to you. I will say though that this is a great time to do those self-improvement habits like the gratitude, the meditation, the journaling. And actually, if you go to the website, they talk about how these habits are really good for your HRV, which is like a sleep metric that indicates really good health. So if you have high HRV, that means it's better for your health. And these habits like meditation and gratitude have been proven to increase your HRV. So it makes sense to do these at night, right? They're kind of more introspective activities that calm you down, which is kind of the opposite of what you want in the morning. In the morning, you just want to be switched on and have the laser focus on your work. Alright, so now we're going to speed run through some quick do's and don'ts of the night routine. Don't have cold showers, have hot showers. Hot showers make you sleepy and cold showers wake you up. Avoid looking at blue light, so install blue light blockers on your devices, and also you can try buying some glasses. This is because blue light wakes you up and red light makes you more tired. You should sleep in a slightly cold room because that'll make it easier for your body to fall asleep. Don't eat right before bed. Try to eat 2 to 3 hours before bed so that you're not digesting food right when you're trying to sleep. Don't do something highly stimulating right before you sleep, like playing video games or scrolling social media or working out. Instead, you should do something very non-stimulating like reading, meditation, or gratitude like we talked about before. And finally, don't sleep in. Wake up at the same time every single morning. Even if you stayed up late, you'll feel tired enough to go to bed earlier the next night. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Hopefully this plan and prep method makes you so much more productive. If it does, then let me know down below, and I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you check out the first link in the description as well if you want to become more productive and want my one-to-one help. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.